All right. Looks like we are live on here. Hope so. I don't know.
Yes, we are live.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome back to another live comic book review with NWI Geeks. I'm Larry, and joining me today is David. So, he's my partner in crime when it comes to comics. So, what we're going to be reviewing today is The Magic Order #2, Halo #1, Justice League #4, Iron Man #2, and Batman 51 is what we're going to be reviewing today. And we're going to do in that order too as well. So stick around if you're want to hear just one book or all of them, but that is the order we will be going in. So I'm going to start off with The Magic Order #2. What could I say about this book? It is very weird. First thing it starts out is about this girl. She's an escape artist, and how she escaped her own abortion. Figure that one out. Yeah, figure that one out. She escaped her own abortion. So
that's pretty trippy.
Yeah, that is very trippy. So that's kind of what her magic is. She can escape from things, and she was doing stuff at school, jumping off a building into a barrel of oil by one of her friends, lights it on fire right before she jumps in it at school, and the teachers are freaking out. And I think like one of the teachers is like, "Oh my god, we're going to fucking jail because of this." And then she's obviously an escape artist, so she gets out of it. So they kind of give us a little backstory on her. Cornelius is her name. And then we start getting into the other part of the story that kind of picks up from the last issue. And this guy character, I think his name's Reagan, like Reagan, the president. He's at the Chicago Art Museum, and he walks through a painting to get to this other like secret hideout corridors type place, basically where his family hangs out at. So it's the art's great in this book. It's crazy, it's interesting. Mark Millar is creating something pretty good, I think. And then it goes into this point where the order is actually, I guess, like killing people that's part of magic or something like that, or they're and everything. So they end up finding this guy. He looks like a UPS delivery guy, and they take a picture of him, and it's a Polaroid, and he gets trapped in the Polaroid.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's
this book does sound pretty weird.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. The people that's doing this, they look like dominatrix, pirates with masks. It's freaking crazy. I mean, like, here, I'll show you this one picture real fast of them. I mean, that's what they look like. It's like, what the hell? It's weird. So then this one lady's in a car, a taxi cab, looks like something like New York or something like that. I don't know if it's a fictional city or they're actually using like New York or anything like that. But he comes and he says, what does he say? Fill her up, and which is other terms, but it's water starts getting filled up inside the car with this cab driver and this lady in there, and he's trying to drown them out. I won't tell you if they made it or not. I'll keep that as a secret. And then the ending is very interesting. Somebody dies, of course, and yeah, it's a very dark comic, and I like it because I love dark comics. But the next cover, which I don't know if it's a variant cover or an actual cover. Hopefully, you two don't give me a strike for this, but probably not because there's nothing. But that's the cover for it. It's like, what the hell is this book about? And it's also by, I guess, Netflix. It's like something with Netflix. They're not publishing it. I don't know if they own the rights to it or what, or it's going to be made into a series on Netflix or anything like that. I'm not sure. But that is my review on The Magic Order #2. I would give this book I'm gonna give it a 3 just because there's still a lot of information that's like not answered, and then also on top of that is just a weird book. And I know Mark Millar's book's gonna be pretty awesome. So that's my review on the Magic Order #2. So, Dave, it's all you now, man. What you got?
All right, we got Halo Collateral Damage #1 up next. This story was actually pretty good. I never really read a Halo comic before, but from my understanding, it takes place sometime after the Halo 5 video game.
Okay.
So Cortana's not in here, but it's a Master Chief's like Spartan team on a mission. Basically helping this militia liberate themselves from the Covenant. And there's honestly not much to it. It was a pretty short one.
Short book.
And, yeah. It was just him trying to like find these people and getting them to work together. Because they didn't really like the Spartans for some reason.
All right.
But yeah. It was actually a really good book. Very interesting, and I'm looking forward to.
Who publishes it? Is that IDW or Dark Horse?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse has it? Okay. So it kind of picks up from Halo 5 in a way?
Kind of. I know it's at least sometime after it.
Is it? The last Halo I played was ODS after Halo 3, and that game sucked. That one sucked. But
yeah. Once 343 Industries got the game, it just hasn't been the same.
That's kind of how I feel about it. All right, so
yeah, but yeah, overall, it was a pretty good book, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, what do you rate that book at?
I give it a 4.
A 4? Damn, yeah. That's pretty high.
Yeah, pretty solid. Mm-hmm. And I've always been a big fan of Halo, and really did a great job with this book.
Okay, nice. That's cool. So definitely be picking up issue 2 and more possibly.
Yeah, it's actually a monthly series. Issue 2 has already come out, but I haven't read that yet. Oh, okay. And issue 3 comes out in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? Nice. All right, so there is Halo #1. So let's move on to the next review, our third review, and that is Justice League #4. And Dave was kindly nice enough to pick me up the variant cover at another shop. So thank you, Dave, for that. Scott Snyder is building something really big here. His Justice League, I'm really enjoying a lot. Like, it's a different take because he's mainly I'm gonna say he's a horror writer. You know, he likes to write scary stuff, and this is a definitely different take, and I like it. Basically, what's going on? It picks up from the last issue, from issue 3, and how the Joker was in Hawkgirl's like little capsule engine. Ship inside of that, and then Lex Luthor, same thing with Batman. What I like about this the most is that they're all separated in like different parts. You know, like the Cyborg and Jon Stewart are at the moon. Batman and Hawkgirl are inside Superman and Martian Manhunter, and then I forget where Wonder Woman was at and stuff. And but even though they're separated, they're working as a team like they should, and in a good way. Like, I just love the way Scott Snyder's going with this, just because I feel like the last Justice League title, it wasn't as good. I read a few issues and I kind of dropped off of it. Then I bought back issues because I wanted to read it, and then I tried reading it and it just kind of like fell off. But what do you think of it, Dave? Because I know you read it too.
I thought it was pretty good. I have been a little lost with this Justice League series, especially since I haven't read No Justice yet.
Okay.
But it definitely does seem very interesting. I definitely plan on continuing to read it. Right.
And that whole scene with Grodd, coming in and kind of manipulating Wonder Woman and Aquaman in there, that was pretty interesting, because when he told you what really was going on, it kind of threw a curveball at me too. was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, they're fighting each other. Like, I thought they were fighting Cheetah and Black Manta, but it's just the way he's manipulating
Yeah.
their
And
mind.
what did you think about what happened to Jon Stewart?
That is that is going to be interesting and see where that heads at, because he I don't know if I don't want to say it if nobody hasn't read it, so I don't want to say really what happened to him, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to because you only get one, and when that's gone, it's gone. I don't know how
Yeah.
I don't know how you get another one. So that's that. Now that is the. I think that's probably the most interesting part of this whole book is the Jon Stewart part, because he keeps getting like, okay, I'm good. No, I'm gonna say I'm good. I wouldn't say like it seems like he doesn't have much control and stuff like that, and he's kind of like losing it in a way, but someone's also more powerful than him, I guess. That's why he's losing it.
Yeah.
What do you think of that whole thing with the keeper when Martian Manhunter went up there and talked to it? First of all, the person's crazy, look creepy looking,
Yeah.
but it's and she's like kind of telling him, um, what happened or what she's here for, and something with Vandal Savage and everything like that. So which I think Vandal Savage was in. What was he at? I think he was in the No Justice title. I believe he was mentioned and shown in there. I can't remember. You got to read those, man. Those are really good. Those 4-issue miniseries was really good on
Yeah.
that.
I still got to read Dark Knight's Metal, but then I definitely plan on picking up No Justice if I can find it.
Right. Read Metal first and then read No Justice, because everything that happened in Metal, what happened there, kind of fades into the No Justice story arc
Yeah.
and stuff like that. The ending was very interesting. Seeing Superman and Martian Manhunter, the way they look, that was
Oh yeah.
yeah. And the art in this book was really good too. I really
Oh
like.
yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. He or she, who I don't know who's doing that. What is this person's name?
Jimenez.
Yeah, Mendes. Yep. So he's doing an awesome job. So I think issue 5 is Scott Snyder's not writing it, I believe. I believe it's James and Tinian the fourth writing it. I think they're gonna be like swapping out every so often. But their writing style, like when they work together, it's seamless. It's really good. So I'm kind of glad that Scott picked him to be part of this. So on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you rate this issue?
I give it a 3.
3. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it. I'm gonna give it a 3 too, just because there's still a lot of there's still a lot of information still not answered, and then 2, the ending, the way it ended. I don't want to like spoil it for anybody, but I give it a 3 though. But 3's still high, I think.
Yeah.
And plus, Jim Lee is killing it on these variant covers.
Dude, he really is.
Yeah, they got a Cyborg one coming out, I think, for issue 6 or issue 5. So it looks like he's trying to draw all the Justice League members, and I'm assuming once that's done, he'll probably like stop doing it and everything. But
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next review. Second to last, Tony Stark Iron Man number 2. Is that what it is? All right, so take it away, Dave.
All right. Well, when I read number 1, I was honestly very disappointed in it. The art was almost unbearable in the first one. And yeah, and just the writing was just all over the place. I could not follow the story in number 1 at all.
Okay.
So I figured I'd give it another shot and get number 2, and I can honestly say they definitely redeemed themselves with this one.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. The story was very interesting. I haven't really followed any of Iron Man's storyline recently, so I was still pretty confused with it, but they did a good job at catching everybody up.
All right.
But yeah, basically this one he's working with War Machine throughout the whole book.
All right.
And like apparently someone was stealing Stark technology to build some super weapon. And that's what the main focus of this book was. So it was pretty good. Definitely looks very interesting with where they're taking things.
Okay.
Starting to go a different direction.
And who's writing it?
Dan Slott.
Okay, that's why I'm not picking it up. All right, that's cool, man. So is it good enough to put on your pull list, or is it just like I'll still pick it up off the shelf?
For now, I'm still gonna pick it up off the shelf because so far it's only one of the issues that I've liked.
Yeah,
So
true.
the next one could be terrible, and then number 4 could be amazing.
That is true.
So
There's been some comics I read that was like that. Like the first issue was like awesome. Like they put everything they had into that one, and then they read issue 2, it was like what? And then you read issue 3, and it's like yes, they're back. And then you read issue 4, it's like what? Like how do you go from good to bad to good to bad? Like I don't understand that, but hey, whatever. So what do you rate that comic at?
I'll give this one a 3.
A 3 too? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. All right. So the last book that we're going to be reviewing, me and Dave read it both, and it is Batman number 51, Code Days, Part 1 by Tom King. And who did the art on this? Lee Weeks did the art on this. So first, the art in this issue was beautiful. I loved it.
Oh yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Even down to the coloring was fantastic. So basically, we see Bruce Wayne. He's on the jury for Mr. Freeze about murdering 3 girls. That's pretty much the whole story on that. Not one thing was mentioned in here about the wedding at all.
Yeah, I was kind of upset about that.
Okay, this is
I
what
wish they would
say.
have at least mentioned something about it.
Right. But there is one scene in here where he excuses himself to go to the bathroom, and then he rips the stall off and then throws it. That's the only thing I can think that kind of reference to the wedding, like he's just pissed off.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing, because what else would make him mad in this whole story? There was nothing that could make him mad, really. And that's the only thing I can think of. And I like how in the art, let's see if I could find it in here real fast, was that when he was in the bathroom doing that, it was just, I noticed this right away when I actually flipped to that page. It was just this thing. Yeah, man, how far back is it? Oh, there's a dude in the stall on the other side. You can see his feet. I bet that dude literally, he probably got the shit scared out of him.
Yeah. And another thing, when Commissioner Gordon was talking to Nightwing, he asked, "Is Batman all right?" And he said no. So that was kind of another reference to the wedding, maybe.
Yeah, but it's like, wait a minute. Commissioner Gordon doesn't know his identity.
No, but I think he just kind of, I don't know.
Maybe because Nightwing showed up as Batman instead of Batman. He kind of sensed that, wait a minute, this isn't Batman that I know. You're not as sneaky, Nightwing, and don't disappear on me when I'm talking to you.
Yeah, so he definitely knew something was wrong when it wasn't the real Batman.
Yeah, there was. But I think that was that whole scene when he went in the bathroom and ripped that urinal off. I think that was the only thing that was reference to Batman 50, the wedding. But it really they didn't say anything, but that was about it. Which is fine with me. They don't have to mention anything right now about the wedding. It could be like showing that he's trying to like shut himself out and just cope with it, and then maybe later on they'll talk about it, type thing. Kind of like his way to cope with it, pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's Bruce Wayne. He likes to shut people out, and he even shuts out his own team, obviously.
Yeah.
At the time. The ending was interesting, which I kind of I get why Bruce Wayne made that decision, but I'm not going to say it here, of course. I don't want to spoil it for you. There's a spoiler-free live stream. But overall, it was a great book, man. I'm Tom King. I know people are mad at him because of the whole wedding, and they're not picking up Batman no more. They dropped it off their pull list, blah, 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 whatever. It's comic books, guys. Get over it. But this redeemed him, I would think, if you feel that way about Tom King right now. he's a great writer, I think, and his Batman's been really good. It's starting to get. At first, I didn't like Tom King as much, but as more I read, he's pretty much. This is Scott Snyder's Batman. He's probably like right here, right now with me.
Yeah,
yeah. That's kind of where he's at.
I also really liked that scene when Commissioner Gordon was on the stand.
Yeah, that was good because he was like, is Batman a licensed autopsy? What do you call those people? I don't even know what to call those people. People that do the autopsies, and he's like, and he's kind of like beat around the bush because he knows Batman's probably better than the Gotham PD autopsy people. But then he had to answer, correctly because he's under oath and basically say no.
Yeah, he kept just avoiding the question.
Yeah, pretty much. But I am glad we got a Mr. Freeze story because in the New 52 we didn't have a Mr. Freeze like actual story. We had an annual on that. I think it was an annual 2 or 1, and it was basically a brief like backstory on Mr. Freeze, pretty much. But I think this is running 3 or 4 issues, Code Days, I believe, on this one. So I like Mr. Freeze. I'm glad we get a Mr. Freeze story arc here.
Oh yeah, Mr. Freeze is definitely one of my top favorite villains.
Yeah, he's
Batman cool. At least.
Right, and it's all good, and I like it. But so yeah, that was Batman 51. I'm gonna give this one, not because I'm a Batman fan, but I truly enjoyed this issue. I am gonna give this a 4.
I'm gonna say yeah, I'll go with a 4 too.
You think? You feel that way?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
and I'm really glad we're finally seeing a Mr. Freeze story in this.
Yeah, that's kind of what sold me on this deal is that we got a Mr. Freeze story. I have a feeling during this whole Code Days story arc that we're really not going to see Bruce Wayne as Batman. Because we're going to see Nightwing probably as it, or Dick Grayson, because the whole thing with him being on a jury and he has to stay in that shitty ass hotel, and they're like, basically, we're watching you, so don't make any moves that we don't like. So chances of him becoming Batman is probably most likely not going to happen in this story arc. Could, but I don't know. But because he's definitely I don't want to mention that because I don't want that to ruin the story if nobody read it. So I don't want to mention that at all. So that was I think that was good Batman. I'm excited for 52 now and more Batman because Tom King basically said he's on here for the next 50 issues. So if you don't like Tom King and you like Batman, you either buy it because you love the character, or you don't buy it because you don't like Tom King, or you buy it because you like Tom King and Batman. That's pretty much your only options, unless things could change within that, because that's going to be 2 years more with Tom King. 2 more years. So he's doing good. I'm glad I got a free story. I hope to see a Penguin story from him. Maybe a Calendar Man story. No, I don't want to see that. A Condiment Man story. Definitely don't want to see that either. I like to see what he would do with what's another? He already did Poison Ivy. He did Joker and Riddler, which that Jokes and Riddler story was it was all right. It was tolerable. But what other villain? He did Bane. Now that was a good story.
Yeah, I still need to read that one.
The art, which is Dave Finch that drew that. Oh, God, I wish he would stay on Batman. I really wish.
What about Scarecrow?
Yeah, I don't think he's done a Scarecrow one yet. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
In there. Now, they did a cool Scarecrow. I can't talk here. Scarecrow. I can't talk. Scarecrow story was in the New 52. It was called Batman the Dark Knight. And that was. Who was that written by? I forget who it was, but that was a really good Scarecrow. You know what I mean? Story. But, yeah, and also I just want to show everybody this awesome cover that I got by Frank Avila. It is Archie meets Batman 66. If you didn't see the whole video, that is a cool cover. But speaking of covers, we have a cover of the week. Dave, I think you have it.
Yep.
We agreed on this one. It looks really cool. So it is Tony Stark, Iron Man #2 as our cover of the week.
Yep. I was honestly surprised that Larry agreed to this since it's a Marvel book.
It's nice. It's
I
awesome.
like it. It's
He
pretty
looks
nice.
He looks bigger though. Like it looks more like he's more wider than that. It doesn't look like the more slim, more Iron Man suit that we typically see.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest problem with Marvel right now is the fact that they don't have the same art for the cover as they do inside the book.
Yes, they need to do that.
I like extremely noticed that in this book. It is completely different.
That is so stupid. You know, like people say don't judge a book by its cover. You know what? In comics we do.
Yeah.
We see like a cool cover, we're like, well, we're buying it. It's gotta be a good story, or we're buying it just because the cover. But it's like I don't understand. Like, well, now this is a variant cover, okay? This was stated as a variant cover, but it's Archie. I don't expect the art to get any better than this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Archie. I don't expect to be like Greg Capullo art or something like that, or some Jim Lee art. Which, if Jim Lee did draw Archie, I probably would read it. But yeah, I think Marvel needs to do that more often. I think that's what kind of turns me away too. Is from that, because it just flows better. And the way I feel is like that's kind of like a slap in the face to the artist. Like, you're good enough to draw the interiors, but you're not good enough to do a cover, and covers matter.
Yeah, they really do.
You know, because covers do. Because we, as comic book collectors, we like to hang these covers up on our wall if we like the cover a lot. But if not, you know, I don't know. And maybe it might be nitpicking, but whatever. Marvel's art just needs to get better.
Yeah, but like what happened with this book is I saw the cover, like, this story looks like it might be a little like dark, maybe emotional a little bit, like with a heavy story. And I go in and it's all like cartoony.
Yeah, see what I mean?
See, you go from this cover to like
let me see that art.
To like this art.
Yeah, that's what. No.
Yeah, no. I was like, the story was great, but the art's just still not there for me. But it's not too bad to where I can't read the story, because the story actually is really good.
Okay. I'm looking on my phone over here on YouTube just to see if the Aquaman trailer got uploaded yet. And it looks like nothing yet. I don't know when Hall H is in San Diego Comic-Con, when their thing is. But somebody released something when trailers will be released, and it like did by time zones. And Chicago, our area, would be 12:30. So exactly in 32 minutes. So
wow.
Hopefully, because I really want to see Aquaman trailer. And whoever's watching, if anybody's watching, let us know in the comments or chat thing if you're excited to see the Aquaman trailer as well. But yeah, so that's our review, guys, for this week. We reviewed the Magic Order #2, Halo #1, Justice League #4, Tony Stark Iron Man #2, and Batman 51. So that is what we did review this week, guys. We'll be back again on Wednesday for our weekly haul videos. We might make some more videos on San Diego Comic-Con for more stuff that gets released. And we'll also be back here next Saturday, same time, to review next week's comics and stuff like that. So if you like this type of content, hit the subscribe button and that bell notification so you guys get notified when we upload a video. Also, hit a like on this video as well. We really appreciate that. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching the live stream, all you people who watched and people who are going to possibly watch this video after it uploads on YouTube. So once again, thanks, and we will see you guys soon or Wednesday. Hopefully San Diego Comic-Con gives us some more information on more stuff. So there might be an Aquaman trailer reveal, a reaction video from us, maybe. But see you guys later.